Hey, Zaya from 48 Detailing. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. It is Saturday and we are completing the last vehicle of the week, this 2023 Tesla Model 3. And we're gonna be performing our silver 3-year ceramic coating package to this Tesla. And what that consists of is the full hand wash, a clay bar treatment, a light primer polish, and of course the coating application on all the exterior surfaces of the vehicle. We're gonna coat the paint, we're gonna coat the glass, exterior trim, and also the wheel faces to make sure that everything on the outside of this Tesla is protected from the harsh Arizona sun. And if you've been here over the past few weeks, we hit over 115 plus degrees over here in the desert. So this sun is very harsh and brutal, especially to the sensitive surfaces of our vehicle. So let's go ahead and jump into the process from start to finish and show you what's going on.
Now, our customer brought his brand new Tesla Model 3 to us because monsoon season is fast approaching. And he wanted to make sure he keeps up with the great brand new look of the vehicle and make it very easy to clean for him. Now, that is one of the great benefits of a ceramic coating, is that it will keep the surfaces of your vehicle cleaner longer and make them easier to clean when the time comes. Now, if you want to learn more about the benefits of a ceramic coating and learn more about the technology and science behind it, make sure to check out the link in the description below for one of our other detailed videos. Now, what you're seeing right now is the first step to the process, and that's making sure that the wheels and tires are thoroughly clean. We're using 48 Detailing's wheel and tire cleaner, which is a nice, safe wheel cleaner, but also does a lot of the heavy leg work when it comes to breaking down dirt and grime on those surfaces. Right now I'm using a soft wheel brush to go ahead and clean the faces, and then I'm agitating the inner barrels with the cleaner and our barrel brush to make sure that the barrels are all nice and clean as well. And then from there we're going to go ahead and scrub down the tire itself to go ahead and strip off any contamination like old tire dressings, dirt, and grime, to make sure when we put a fresh layer of tire dressing on there that it's going to stick properly, cure, and leave a nice finish that won't sling on the vehicle's paint. And of course, when you're working in the sun, you want to make sure you're working efficiently and quickly so the cleaner does not dry on the surface. It's not a big deal if it does. Luckily, our wheel and tire cleaner won't stain your vehicle's surfaces. If it does dry on there, a simple rinse will take care of it. But a quick tip from me to you: prior to spraying the solution on the surface, make sure to give your rim and tire a thorough rinse to go ahead and cool it down before you spray that chemical on there. It will make sure that chemical sticks onto the tire and rims longer, making it easier for you to clean. Now, the next step of the process is called the initial rinse. What this is the pressure washer rinse to go ahead and push off as much dirt and grime off the vehicle without necessarily physically or mechanically touching the vehicle's paint. Another great benefit of the initial rinse, especially on a hot day like this, is it's going to go ahead and cool down the vehicle surfaces prior to putting your soap solution on there, so your soap lasts on the vehicle surface longer, making it easier for you to wash the car. The next thing we're going to do is spray down the front end with 48 Detailing's bug gut remover. Now, this vehicle does not have that many bug guts, but I did notice a few here and there, and the bug gut remover does really help soften up those bug guts, neutralize the acids that are inside the bug gut to make sure that you are able to clean them off the vehicle properly. From there, we're going to go ahead and spray down the vehicle with 48 Detailing's body wash. This is an amazing soap solution, highly concentrated, to go ahead and safely clean off your vehicle surfaces. Now, when we were developing this body wash, we wanted to make sure that it was very, very easy to use in different types of environments. So whether it's hot, whether it's cold outside, you'll notice that it's very simple to use, has great lubrication, so your wash mitt slides on the vehicle surface very easily. So it's great for coated and even non-coated vehicles. And on top of that, guys, my favorite part, there's little to no streaking with this body wash, meaning that if it does dry on the vehicle surface, it easily rinses off, not leaving any residue behind, and of course gives you a great clean throughout. After we finish foaming down the whole vehicle, we grab multiple clean wash mitts to go ahead and start the wash process. We like using a bunch of wash mitts rather than just one, because after we finish one side, we'll flip to a new one, and then after we finish both sides, we're just going to grab a fresh new wash mitt to make sure we're not dragging any type of contamination on the vehicle's surface. Now, you'll notice while we're washing the vehicle, we're going in straight line motions, not in circles like Mr. Miyagi. This is in order to prevent any type of swirling or marring on the vehicle surface, because even though we performed an initial rinse and we have great soap solution, there's always a chance that maybe something was missed on the surface, and we want to make sure that we're not marring the surface with that thing. So the combination of a great soap, that initial rinse, and multiple clean wash mitts, and making sure to grab new ones and flip the sides along the process will minimize any chance of swirling or scratching the vehicle from any type of dirt or grime. After the hand wash, we're going to go ahead and rinse off all of our soap solution. And of course, because it's 116 degrees outside right now, some of that soap has dried on the vehicle surface, but like I mentioned before, no need to worry. It still easily rinses off the paint and glass. Now, we're going to thoroughly rinse this off, making sure to get all the soap solution out of the nooks and crannies, because that's going to make the next step of the process a lot easier when we're drying off the vehicle. After the final rinse has been completed and all that soap residue has been removed, we're going to pull the Tesla inside and get it ready for the claying and drying process, and then move on to the light primer, polish, and coating application. Now we're going to go ahead and clay the paint and glass of the vehicle. What a clay treatment does is exfoliates the vehicle's paint. So any type of embedded contamination like overspray or any leftover bug guts or just anything that's physically stuck onto the paint that the wash process did not remove, that's what the clay bar treatment is for. If you want to see a really heavy clay bar treatment in detail and see some amazing before and after, check out our link in the description below where we did some overspray removal on a big custom Ford truck, where you can physically and visually see the contamination being removed from that truck. I mean, it was crazy. So make sure to check out that video if you are interested in learning more about clay bar treatments. After we're done cleaning the vehicle, we're going to go ahead and hand dry the paints and glass with a quality microfiber towel, and then we're going to go ahead and blow out all the nooks and crannies with a high-powered air blower. This ensures that no water comes out of these nooks and crannies while we're doing our light primer, polish, or coating application, because if it does, it's going to be very detrimental to all of the next steps of the process. Now that the vehicle has been properly dried, we're going to go ahead and continue with our light primer polish. The product that we're specifically using is Dr. Beasley's Nano Surface Primer. Now, this light polishing stage is not meant to remove scratches. It's not meant for removing of swirl marks and marring. What it's meant for is to add some gloss and shine to the vehicle's already really good paint, and also prime that vehicle surface for the coating application. Just like if you're painting a car, you want to make sure you prime the body panel prior to applying your base coat and clear coat. The reason being, if you don't, the base coat and clear coat won't properly bond to the surface. And that's exactly what this NSP primer is doing. It's making sure to lay down a foundational layer of SiO2 or ceramic, whatever you'd like to refer to it as. After it's bonded and cured and removed, we're going to go ahead and lay down our coating, and it's got something to go ahead and properly bond to. Now, the traditional way of prepping up a vehicle surface for a coating application, of course, is the hand wash, the clay bar treatment, and then a lot of detailers follow up with an IPA wipe down or something like a very heavy solvent or stripper. Now, that does work, but those really harsh chemicals can mar up the surface of the vehicle and damage clear coat. So we prefer to use NSPs because it's a safer alternative, adds gloss and shine, and also thickens our coating application because we are laying a foundational layer of ceramic on the vehicle surface prior to laying the already thick and strong and durable ceramic coating. So it's a really great addition to our coating lineup to make sure that our coating properly bonds and looks its best. Now, after the primer has been applied to the whole vehicle surface, we go ahead and let it sit for a few minutes, and then we go ahead and remove it with a quality microfiber towel. Now for the fun part, the ceramic coating application. Today we're applying our 3+ year coating, otherwise known as Thla. Now Thla is the number 3 in Assyrian or Aramaic, which is an ancient language, and on the side we actually have it written in cuneiform, which was actually the first known language originating from the Middle East. Just a little fun, a little bit of ancient history when it comes to our product lines. All of our bottles are in English and also in Aramaic, and also one of the first known known written languages, which is cuneiform. So if you ever get a chance to check out our bottles, they got really cool designs and a lot of awesome ancient history and information on them. So make sure to check them out when you get a chance and come by and visit us if you have any questions about that type of history. Now, prior to developing and utilizing our own coating line, we were also Modesta and Dr. Beasley's installers, which are some of the highest regarded ceramic coatings on the market. I've also used Ceramic Pro in the past, IGL, and even Expel's Fusion. So having all the experience from all of those coating manufacturers really helped me dial in our product line of coatings and all of our other products as well. So the three main things I was looking for when it came to our coating line, number one is unmatched durability. When we say our 3-year coating is a 3-year coating, it is a 3-year coating. In fact, that is why each one of our products, each one of our coatings, I should say, has a plus sign next to the number, because we do see these coatings surpassing the warranted mark of the coating itself. Now, our warranty goes ahead and protects your vehicle of any type of fading and oxidation of your painted and plastic surfaces. So in order to keep up with your warranty, you do want to make sure you go ahead and properly hand wash your vehicle on a regular basis. If you do take it through the automatic car wash, it will not necessarily strip off the coating or protection, but it will continually degrade the gloss and shine of the vehicle, making it look duller over a period of time. The reason why is because automatic car washes do use very harsh chemicals, and they don't necessarily always keep up with the maintenance of their brushes and chemical systems throughout the process. It only takes one extremely dirty vehicle that goes in through that tunnel wash prior to yours to completely swirl and scratch up the vehicle surface, and only one mishap of their chemical dilution process where they can take a very, very strong chemical and not dilute it properly and spray it on your car and stain and chemically etch your paints, your plastic, and your glass. And we see it all the time. We see it on plastic surfaces, painted surfaces, and we're not even talking about the major physical damage an automatic car wash can cause by ripping off your side mirror or breaking something on your vehicle. Automatic car washes are convenient, and yes, they do work from time to time for quick cleanups, but you're really continually degrading your vehicle surface on the long haul, preventing you from keeping it looking new, which is what most people are looking for, especially when they're getting their vehicle protected with a ceramic coating. So I very much recommend to go ahead and hand wash your vehicle at all times to make sure to keep it looking new during your ownership. Now, after your paint has been coated, we're going to go ahead and ceramic coat your rims as well. This is going to go ahead and keep those rims cleaner longer, make them very easy to clean, and prevent things like brake dust embedding itself and causing pits and pores in your rim surfaces. This is very beneficial, especially if you have very complicated rims that are very difficult to clean. It's going to help you rinse off the majority of that brake dust, and sometimes even use something like our ceramic soap to go ahead and clean off the rest of the dirt and grime very easily. After we have ceramic coated the rims, it's time to go ahead and coat the glass. And this is very important, especially for all those electric cars out there with large amounts of glass on the vehicle, sometimes even more glass than there is paint. We're using our glass ceramic coating, otherwise known as shusha, which means glass in Aramaic or Assyrian. This coating goes on very similarly like our paint coating, except it is just a different formulation that's dedicated for glass surfaces. You do not want to use a paint coating on your glass. It does not necessarily lay down properly and give you the same durability as a glass coating would, and also the clarity with a dedicated glass coating is far better as well. Now, the benefits of a glass coating is it will prevent things like water spotting and etching on your glass, and also keeps it cleaner longer, makes it much easier to clean. Super nice for all the bug guts that we get during bug gut season, especially on the front windshield. We go ahead and liberally apply the coating on the glass surface, and then we buff it down and level it off just like we would do with the paint. We want to make sure we get all the edges nice and buffed down and leveled, so we don't have any excess coating curing on those edges, so we have a nice level clean finish after the glass coating application. And of course, with monsoon season coming along and all that rain, it's really going to improve the clarity of your nighttime driving in inclement weather. It's going to help all that water rush off of the surface very easily, so you can clearly see out of your front windshield and all your other glass surfaces around the vehicle, making your driving experience easier and also safer during the process. And now that we've coated all of our surfaces, we're going to go ahead and clean the interior glass, door jambs, and also dress our tires. We're using Shusha Temes, which is clean glass over here on the interior glass surfaces. Now, this product, in fact, has been the most difficult one to get dialed in. I can't tell you how hard it is to get a glass cleaner dialed in. Reason being is because you want something with enough lubrication so your towel does not drag on the glass and cause linting, but also something that leaves you a nice streak-free shine, and we finally found the perfect balance of both of those things. In fact, we've also included a little bit of ceramic inside of this product as well to go ahead and give you a little bit of anti-dusting, whether you're cleaning the interior glass and also exterior glass, so it actually adds a little bit of protection and is great for both coated glass and non-coated glass, and also safe on interior plastics as well. Now we're cleaning all the interior glass with our Shusha Temes, or otherwise our glass cleaner, to go ahead and make sure we have a nice streak-free shine when this car hits that sun during drive time. Next, we're going to go ahead and clean up the door jambs with any residue that is dried off after the wash process. For that, we're going to use Shusha Mellet, which is our ceramic detailer, which has amazing lubrication to go ahead and provide you for quick cleanups, and also has ceramic protection infused inside of it as well. So it is a great quick detailer for things like bird poop or bug guts for quick cleanups, and also, of course, protects that surface that you've just applied it to as well. From there, we're using our tire dressing on the tire. Our tire dressing leaves a nice matte satin finish and does not sling on your vehicle's paint after it's dried off. You can see it's not overly glossy. It just restores that tire to a nice neutral look with a little bit of a nice sheen to make that tire look natural for you. And of course, this product is water-based, so even if you get a little bit on your paint, you could simply just wipe it off and not cause any damage, and is safe on all rubber and tire surfaces. And here are the final results of the Tesla Model 3 with some of the products that we used to get it to this point. You can see the amazing gloss and shine that we're able to achieve after our primer polish and the coating application, the beautiful clarity of the glass, and of course the peace of mind that our customer will have during monsoon season while he enjoys his Tesla.